Well, it says that we're live, so let's just pretend that we're live, even though 0 people are here. That's awesome. Oh, there's
Yay!
people. Okay,
Thanks.
so
Thanks for showing
hi,
up, guys.
everyone. They are jumping on in droves. Do people just sit around waiting for lives to happen? It's so
I do
interesting.
not. So this is very cool. Thanks, guys.
Me neither. This is awesome. So I'm Kristi Keller. I've forgot my last name. And my publication is Homebody-ish magazine. And then Jennie, you can just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jennie O'Connor. My publication, I have two, but the one that I'm here to talk about today is Magical Mocktails. And it's like personal essays and soon to be fiction. And I'm excited to talk to you because both of us have just gone through a pivot, and that's what I wanted to discuss today. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I think this is very timely too, because it's January and that's why I called it, isn't everyone pivoting though? Because it's almost like January, people feel that that's the right time to do it. So yeah, let's talk about pivots, online pivots, life pivots, all the pivots.
All the pivots.
Do
Yeah.
that.
So my other publication is Down the Rabbit Hole, and it's for multi-passionates. So I'm regularly saying, it's okay to want to do all the things and to even
Yeah,
do all the things. And there is a way to make your publication look cohesive and not confusing. And I think it's really funny that my pivot is to a singular focus, which is
that
kind
is
of the
kind
exact
of funny.
opposite.
That is really funny, actually. And I might say what you just said about making people feel like it's okay and everything is cohesive. You do a really good job of that, even on your website. Everything is really nicely tied together.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
like
I
it.
appreciate it. And I wondered why in most of last year, I wasn't feeling very inspired to write for that publication. And I think it's because I was leaning towards this awareness that what I
Mm,
really want to do most in my life is write novels, and that the work I was doing, the self-development, prescriptive posts that I was writing were fun to write, and I feel like I have a lot of experience, being a shiny object lover, but
yeah,
it was my plan B,
yeah.
and I'm 47, and I decided that I don't want to do my plan B anymore. I wanna do my plan A.
I think I would have never guessed that about you in a million years, that your life goal is to write novels. I would have never picked that out for you at
Yeah,
all.
so I'm not doing a very good job of, living my truth.
But here you are. There's always time to pivot. That's why we're here.
Exactly. So that's what I was so intrigued when actually, I will start with you posted, I'm going to start over from scratch. I'm so excited. And my first thought was, she is out of her fucking mind because,
Really?
well, not that you chose to pivot, but that you were excited to start from scratch. I find that terrifying.
Oh, I love it so much. I really love, the experimentation vibe of starting from 0. I mean, I didn't really do that this time because I imported my subscriber list from the other one to the new one. Um, but when I first came to Substack, I had 5,000 or so followers on Medium, and I just ditched, and I came to Substack and started at 0 because I love the experimentation of organically building an audience just to see what happens.
Well, you've
So
been an inspiration to me because I realized
good.
after having that thought that she's crazy, that's what I was going to have to do. I mean, and again, it's not from 0. Like you said, you switched people, but you knew that not everybody was going to come over to your new
Yeah.
publication, right?
Yeah.
What I want to know, I want to go backwards to what made you decide that you needed to do this. Are you not wild anymore?
I'm okay. Like, I just people don't know because you don't say it out loud, but I really wasn't feeling inspired to write on Wildhood Wanted anymore, because that's not my life anymore. I feel like I'm kind of wild at heart, but I'm not out there traveling like I used to. Like, I used to jet off 3, 4 times a year and then sometimes never come back. And, my life has just changed so significantly. And I think the reason why I was having a hard time being inspired about the writing, is because I wasn't doing it anymore. And I felt like I was telling all the old stories over and over and over. Because I had a travel blog for 10 years, so I already told the stories. And then after the pandemic, I wrote rewrote most of it on Medium, and then and here we are on Substack. So I just felt like I was writing the same stories, and that wasn't actually my life. Like, it was a significant part of my life when it was there and happening, but that's not me now, and and now I'm, a crazy bird lady with bird feeders in my back. It's so weird. Like,
It's happening to me too, though. Is it just is it perimenopause? Like, is that when we start becoming like bird watchers? I don't know what's happening.
and I know, and homebodies, like, and
Yeah.
homebody-ish is not all about just sitting at home in sweatpants being a couch potato at all. That's not what it's about, because I still, in Wildhood Wanted, I was publishing a lot of, like, super fun business ideas for people to grab and run with, and people loved that over there. I think that was one of my popular things. And so I've found a way to incorporate that into homebody-ish, because people are living at home. We're also working at home. I'm in my house full time because I work here too. So we live at home, we work at home, we have to love our homes if we're spending so much time in our homes. So it's not just like, we're not just home decorating and baking and stuff. We're doing all the things from our home.
Yeah.
So, and that's my life. Like, I love being at home, and I have my dog here, and I love road tripping to Airbnbs that feel like home. Hi, Andrea.
Hey.
So yeah, that's what it was about. So that was a really long answer to your question. Why did I do it? Because I was writing about a life that isn't mine anymore currently, you know?
I mean, that's exactly what the pivot away from I still intend to publish, like, maybe a piece a month on Down the Rabbit Hole, and I have some paid
Yeah.
subscribers I feel an obligation to, continue to provide value, but I I'm not this year, every time someone asks me, like, "What's your goal?" Like, "What are your goals? What are the projects you" there's one answer. I'm writing my novel. So I'm not living that life anymore, and that's why I wasn't inspired. It's exactly the same thing that you experienced.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe it is just ages and stages in life. Like, I mean, at our mature ages, I'm 53, you're in your late 40s, like, we're at the place now where we can pick a thing and try it and see what happens. I
Yeah.
think when you're younger and you're trying to eke out a living, and maybe you have kids that you're raising or whatever, like, you don't have the luxury of trying new things and hoping for the best, you know?
Right. Right. I know that you love to travel, so I assume that you are still gonna do that, but do you feel like you will have wild adventures on your travels? Like, I'm curious about this because my plan is to hike the Camino this year. Are you familiar with what that is?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've heard a lot of people doing it.
It's if you do the full length of it, it's 500 miles, so it takes, like, 30 days, give or take,
Wow, yeah.
it's through the Pyrenees Mountains, in between Spain and France, and I've been wanting to do it for years, and I'm finally, like, taking the plunge this year, but all of my solo travel experiences, I've always, like, met people, and they've been locals, and I mean, my favorite travel experience was swimming in the Blue Grotto on Capri, which is, like, you can go and look at the Blue Grotto, but as a tourist, you cannot get out of the boat. And I was
What?
swimming, and it was me and the guy who took me there, and it was just us. There was no and, those are the sorts of experiences that I had, but I was young, and
Yeah.
people saw me, and now I am middle-aged and nobody sees me. I am invisible, and I truly wonder what kind of experience you can have. Like, how wild can you get if you're invisible the whole time?
But do you think you're invisible, though? Or do you think like, are you invisible, or is that in your head?
Well, the first time I contemplated that I might be invisible, I was out for a walk and I almost got run over 3 times.
Okay, you're wearing your invisible cloak.
And it was so funny. I was like, "Okay, universe, like, Jesus, could you be more obvious?"
Well,
Yeah,
that's really
I really do feel invisible, and I mean, to be fair, I put on some makeup this morning, I, like, did my hair. I don't do that. I go to the grocery store in my pajamas, and
yeah.
so I understand, like, I choose invisibility most of the time, but it's pretty sad when you decide not to choose invisibility. You still are invisible no matter
I
what.
okay. Can I just say about you, like in the most non-gay way, I think you're gorgeous. Like I've always thought that from the first time that we met online, I think with Dre and Andrea that time. I think you're gorgeous, and I don't know why you would ever think that you're invisible.
Thank
Like
you. That is
if you want
really
to be invisible, get rid of the red hair because like you walk into the room with that.
you would think. You would think, right? I mean, I actually last year I was like, I'm gonna buy red lipstick because like maybe people will notice me if I have red lipstick on. I didn't end up wearing it more than like twice. So
Yeah,
still
it's weird to me that you think that you're unnoticed though, because let me just offer you this because you said you're 47. You're 47?
yeah.
So I was 47 when I went to New Orleans in 2019, and I got hit on every single night, all the time, by men in their 30s. So I'm just saying, you're not invisible. I think you just think that you are.
I think you might be better at existing than I am because I literally just went to New Orleans and that did not happen. I mean,
What?
I was with my best friend who's a guy and his girlfriend and his mom who's 82. Nobody. Nobody hit
Get
on me.
out of here.
No. And Brandon, I understand wanting to wear an invisibility cloak. Like when I first discovered I was invisible, I was like, this could be pretty cool. Like, what could I do? What could a shenanigans could I get into with
I
this?
know, I know. Hey.
But you want to be able to take it off too.
Yes. Yeah, there's that. I feel like because you just told me that about New Orleans, I feel like you and I should go to New Orleans together and see what happens.
I I I need to go back with a group that I mean, when I tell you that obviously mom, 82 did not want to stay out all night, but neither did my bestie's girlfriend. So like it'd be like 7:30 and they'd be like, "Well, we think we're going to call it."
I
Which
mean,
is
there's
not how you're
benefits.
supposed to do New Orleans. That is you do not do New Orleans.
It's true, but there's benefits to that because, I was like parading into hotels sideways at 3 o'clock in the morning, drunk on Fireball shots, and that was also not the greatest scene. So, this is this is why I'm not so upset about the fact that I can't drink anymore. I'm not upset about it. Oh,
Did
Jenny,
admittedly I had a hangover. Oh, what happened?
you're back. You're back.
Oh, okay. It says
Yeah,
your internet connection. I don't know why that would
you
be.
froze for a second.
Okay. All right. Um, I forget what I was saying now.
Something about Fireball shots and
Did you follow Kelly Kearsley, right?
no,
Um, does
I
this
don't
make
think so.
sense? Is her publication?
No,
Oh
no.
my god, run, do not walk to following her. She's so funny. And her piece, she's been gone. She's been working on her novel, so I read her piece last night. It was the first one in a few months, and she talks about how she was in the ER a lot this holiday season, and on one of the visits, she saw what happens when you drink too many shots of Fireball. Apparently,
Oh,
you vomit blood, and I was just like, oh god.
oh, wow, that never happened to me.
No, and that is not a thing I ever wanna witness. Like, what a traumatic
No.
thing to, like, even just be in the room for,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah.
but who you drank shots of Fireball? How are you living? Ugh.
Well, I mean, I know, I don't know either. I don't know sometimes how I ever came home from half the vacations that I've been on because I had a really great life of travel before all of this. Yeah, that was a particularly horrible night though, and as we were chatting before we came on live, that was the last time I ever got drunk. So,
Yeah,
that explains it. But the next day, yeah, my girlfriend and I, we both were wasted that night. I don't know if she drank the Fireball or if it was just me because the hot guys were buying them. So,
I
we were just
guess.
we were drinking them, but the next day we stayed in the hotel room all day with blackout blinds shut, door locked, room service all day long. Like, we just couldn't live that day. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah,
So, again, I'm not sad that I can't drink. For those who don't know why, it's because I get chronic migraines now, so I can't drink, but I'm not sad about it.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not sad that in 2 years, I have had only one hangover, as a result of intentional drinking, which is basically just I was telling Kristi earlier, not drinking, except for when I'm out with my friends who peer pressure me, which I
Yeah.
don't do very often because I too am a homebody. I don't go out
Yeah.
all that often. So I
Yeah.
basically don't drink like 360 55 days out of the year. And
Yeah.
I had one hangover in 2 years, and it was literally the day we were going to New Orleans in October
Oh,
of last year, and I was like, "This is not how you're supposed to start a New Orleans
yeah, you
trip
don't
at
enter
all."
New Orleans that way, you leave New Orleans that way.
Exactly, and you know whose fault it was? My best friend's mom. She got me drunk on
Wow.
margaritas before we left.
Oh, man. I
She is
mean,
the
the
she
girl
is the worst enabler I know in the world. Is
I have a friend like that. The girl I went to New Orleans with, she was drinking alcohol in a Go mug while we were on the way to the airport at 3 AM to go to New Orleans, so
Whoa, that is
she's
serious.
a heavy drinker, though, I'm not. Like, I have never been, like, a let's drink all the time kinda person, but I could hold my liquor. Like, when I was in Jamaica all those years, you drink rum for breakfast there, you know?
I mean, this is funny because we've talked about going on a trip with Dre and with Andrea and with other
Yeah,
people, and I have always assumed that it would be like party time, but
yeah,
Andrea hardly drinks. I hardly drink. You don't drink at all. So Dre, it's just gonna be Dre.
yeah. So we're just gonna be wheeling her around in a wheelbarrow. She's just gonna be the one drunk all the time.
Dancing on the tables, and we're gonna be like, Dre.
Right. I know. We gotta show this to her, make her watch it later.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
She's gonna be like, I'm
yeah,
not going on a trip with you guys.
I know, I know. I feel like I would be pretty boring now because my idea of a trip that I wanna go on now is getting a really cool Airbnb with, like, bathtub goals, amazing bathtub, because 'cause I've been in
Yeah.
one before and I wanna keep doing it. But, like, I'll just be driving to some log cabin with my dog and having hot baths in the winter.
I see lots of hearts happening, so I feel like this is resonating with people.
Do you know when I switched from Wildhood Wanted to Homebody-ish, the amount of personal emails that I've received and private messages saying, "Oh my god, I love this so much." Like, when did we all just become homebodies? It's interesting.
Is it middle age? I mean, I it's I've always said that the most, like, delicious sensation for me is when it's raining outside, which almost hardly ever happens because I live in Palm Desert, and I am reading a book in front of a roaring fireplace. Like, that's my
Mm.
favorite, and that's always been my favorite, even when I was younger and wild. So I woke up on New Year's Eve, and it was raining here. And
Oh,
I had
nice.
plans, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I will not be attending your party tonight."
I love it so much. And for me, it's because I live in Canada, like, it's the same equivalent with snow. Like, if I wake up and it's a massive snow day and it's -20 outside, to me, that is permission to be the biggest sloth I can be that day. Like, this hoodie is my life uniform. I wear hoodies every day of the week and sweatpants every day of the week.
These are called soft pants, and yeah, I put on a shirt for you, but I'm still in soft pants.
All
So,
right. And Andrea is saying COVID. So I think that the
that's
pandemic
it.
was probably a really big catalyst. And for me, it was like the pandemic, and I lost my job during the pandemic, and my son died during the pandemic. And I was like, I'm never coming out again, like ever. So the 5 years since the pandemic has just been like a soft coming out into life again, you know?
But it's fascinating because I think there was so much resistance around not being able to go out when we were locked
Yeah.
down, and now no
I loved it.
now that we're not, no one wants to go out.
I loved the lockdown so, so much because
Too.
I worked in the restaurant industry, and so you're always on high gear in the restaurant industry, so when I had a reason to not be that way, I was like, "Oh, I love this." I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember seeing a meme very early on in lockdown that was like when everyone's freaking out and you realize that this is your real life, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's totally me." Like, I am a
Yep.
writer, I work from home, it is solitary. I live where I live is on a golf course, but it's all old people. It's not an old folks community, but it might as
Yeah.
well be,
Yeah.
and so I didn't even and I never planned to stay here for very long, and it's life happened, COVID happened,
And then
um,
here you are. Yeah.
and here I am, so I didn't really even make friends. So, I mean, we talk about, like, I didn't have people to go out to dinner with, and I'm very independent, and that doesn't mean I won't take myself out to dinner, but it
Yeah.
does, definitely make you more of a homebody, and now it's really hard to get me out of the house at all. That was my next question.
Same.
Do you struggle?
Yes, like, I mean, that whole there's talking about memes, when you see those memes about when someone cancels plans and they think you're gonna be pissed off, and for me, it's like a big exhale. It's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, that's fine, like, I don't care."
I
But
feel like
one
I just
time
got like a gift of time. I'm like, "Oh my god, you
yeah,
don't wanna do I'm gonna go read a book or whatever the
I know.
project is that I need to go
Yeah.
do." Like,
Totally, totally. There was one time, and I'm so ashamed of this, it happened just before in November, I think. A longtime friend of mine and I, we decided to we go out for dinner, like, once a year to catch up on life, and we made a dinner plan. I am not shitting you. I got a text we were supposed to meet at the restaurant at 6:30. I got a text at, like, 6:45, and she's like, "Oh, just letting you know, I got a booth by the window," and I was here, like, already Netflixing and completely forgot, and she
oh,
was at the restaurant. I texted her, I was like, "I am the biggest asshole in the world. I'm so sorry." Because what we had done is we scheduled the dinner, and then she said, "Can we reschedule to a different day?" And I forgot to update it in my calendar. So
yep.
I just didn't show up, and she ate dinner in a restaurant by herself, and oh my god,
Cursed you.
it was
Kristi.
horrific. I felt like the least I could have done was given her some notice so she didn't actually get ready and go out.
Yeah. I don't know. I could also spin that the other way. I could be like, "Oh, well, I got myself out of the house, so now I'm gonna have a
True,
nice meal and enjoy
true.
myself." I mean, I usually feel like I can find the silver lining somewhere.
She did actually. She was like, "That's totally fine. I'm just gonna order some nachos and have my dinner and go home." Like,
Woman
some
after
people
my
have a
own heart with the
I
notch.
know. Same here. Nachos, I eat it every time I go for dinner, but, lots of people are not okay with eating alone, and I would be fine with it. You're probably fine with it. She was fine with it. So, it was what it was. But yeah, I if people cancel a plan, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
totally good.
yeah. I would prefer it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I
If
don't
I
know
have
why I
to get
even
out of
bother making
my
plans.
dress pants my dress pants are the sweatpants that aren't gray, like,
Yeah, the ones that are clean.
yeah, and they don't look like sweats, those.
Yeah,
So,
I'm comforted by all of this.
yeah, I know, I know. I think this is a trend it's a trending topic, though. The more people that, realized I was turning from a wildhood into a homebody, they're just like, "Yeah, I love this for you. I love this for us. I love it for everything." You know?
It's funny because I wonder if Wildhood appealed to people because it was, like, kinda what we all want to be, and you were, like, out there being it, but now it's what we all actually are, and so we're like, "Okay, I feel safe here." Like, this is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why it was called Wildhood Wanted because I felt like when I started that publication, I felt like we had just kind of come out of lockdown and I was regaining real life after a lot of hardship. And so I was looking for my wildhood again. And then after 2.5 years, I'm like, I don't want to be wild. I just want to be at home. So I don't want this. So
So
yeah.
so you've taken up bird watching. What are your other, like, domestic things that you're into now? Do you bake
Uh,
sourdough bread?
No, I don't know if I have the tolerance for that, but the other day I was like, maybe I wanna make some white buns because my grandma used to be a fantastic baker, and I never had to fend for myself in the baking arena, but she has since passed on, and I miss her fluffy white buns, and so that just sounded like I was talking about my own ass too.
I don't know what a white bun is. Is it
Like
exactly what it
like
sounds
dinner
like?
rolls, like dinner
Okay.
rolls,
But
but
you guys, like, is that a family thing that you call them white buns or a Canada thing, or
no, I'd call them Nana buns, to be honest. But she just baked, like, the fluffiest dinner roll buns, and I miss them. I used to eat them with a giant hunk of cheese in the middle, and, she is no longer, and I'm like, "I really miss having Nana buns," and so maybe I might try baking buns, but,
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
puzzles, though.
Brandon likes buns. Of course you do.
And he bakes them naked, I'm sure.
I'm sure, and so during our live, I told he's like, "I make up recipes," and I was like, "Excuse me, what?" Because I was a private chef, and I taught at a cooking school, and I don't make up not baking. Baking is chemistry. Like, if you're, like, making a
Yeah.
stir fry or something, feel free to throw in pinches and handfuls, but, like, you make up baking recipes? And he does, and they work, and that does not work for me.
That we covered that a little bit too, and I was like, "How do you make a cheesecake with sweet potatoes and it works?" Like, I haven't even made a normal cheesecake in my life.
Well,
I
you have to
haven't.
start with that probably, just like to have a baseline. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I was
So
telling him I basically took a snickerdoodle recipe and added saffron to it.
oh,
Because I'd had it before, it was really tasty. It's just like it's an elevated snickerdoodle. So, but you have to bloom saffron. You have to like put it in water and let all the little particles come out. And
who
I was
knows
like,
that?
okay, so I'm going to be adding a tablespoon of something wet to this recipe. So I need to take a tablespoon of something wet out of this recipe. But after it bloomed, it wasn't wet. It was like a paste almost. So I was like, I'm just going to put this in. Like, I don't need to alter this at all. I'm just going to add this to it. And it absolutely failed. Absolutely failed.
That would happen to me too. Like, I can't even make I don't know, ever a lot of my kitchen shit fails, and I'm actually gonna start writing about some of that because there's a lot of, Facebook recipe people that I follow, and then I'll try their recipe, and it's a bomb. Like, it sucks. Every time I make a recipe, it sucks, and I'm like, "How are there 5,000 positive comments on this?" I
I
don't know
don't
what's
think
wrong.
that most people who make recipes actually recipe test because when you do, as someone who has done this, like you truly must test again and again and again. And even after you get it to work right the first time, you have to test it one more time at least to ensure that it wasn't just a fluke. And who's
Yeah.
doing that? Like that's a lot of ingredient. I mean, these like people on Facebook are probably not doing that, but it is weird that they would have a bunch of positive reviews if in fact it's a shitty recipe.
Yeah, like, I was following this one, and he's a vegan chef, and I don't eat meat, so I like to experiment and have fun with stuff, and it was this pasta dish, but it was all made in one pot, and it looked friggin' delicious in his online video, so I made it in one pot, and I hated it because, like, you cook everything in the same pot, and so it was very starchy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're supposed to cook pasta and drain it and this and that and the other, and I read through all the comments and I'm like, "How is nobody else saying that this is starchy as hell and it's not good because you cooked it all you didn't drain the pasta," you know?
Did it was it like when you say starchy, like gluey? Gluey?
Like, pasta has gluten, like, you know what the water looks like when you cook pasta. If you don't dump the water out, it's gonna be yeah, like, the it just tasted weird because you could feel that the pasta hadn't been drained is what I'm saying, I guess. It was kind of
Huh, yeah. So
gooey.
it was like a texture thing for you.
Yeah, yeah, like, noodles should be rinsed and drained, you know?
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it sounds gluey. My brain says, "Ew, that sounds gluey."
yeah, yeah, like, it's like if you don't wash your rice, and I know lots of people don't wash rice, but you gotta wash rice.
I've never really believed. I mean, I do, but I've never believed that it mattered. You think it
No,
matters.
I think it matters.
I
That
I
could be
don't
a Car that
I'm
could be a
not a
Caribbean
rice
thing too, like, if you're in the Caribbean and you make a rice dish and you don't rinse the rice, you are, like, exiled from communities.
got it. Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm not a huge rice eater, which nobody understands in my world. They're like my best friend told his mom, he goes, "You know what's wrong with Jenny? She doesn't eat rice."
That's everything that's wrong with you.
I
That's
was
so
like,
awesome.
"Wow, that has stayed with you." Like, because
Uh,
he's my ex. This is this story. I'm married to him. I'm still not married to him, but
yeah, yeah, we have the same story, yeah.
we haven't been together in 14 years, and so I think that, like, that may be why our relationship fell apart was because I
He
didn't eat
didn't eat
rice.
rice. Was he different was he not white? Is that
No,
he's
he's
a
absolutely white.
that's
Yeah.
so weird because usually different cultures, like, rice is a staple everywhere, but in the white race,
Yeah.
that's interesting, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
he
Deanna, so,
just likes
uh,
his carbs, so
that's interesting. I just wanna say because I saw Deanna Journal Notes from Jamaica, she's, an American lady who lives in Jamaica, so Deanna, correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't eat rice in Jamaica, you're basically and you have 3 heads if you're not a rice eater. It's so weird.
I mean, that makes sense, but also you have to rinse
Yeah.
it or you're banned from the
Yeah, you have to rinse your rice for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Well, good to know. I do it, but and now I know I'm not just wasting my time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and another old people thing that I'm doing these days is puzzles. Have you ever done a puzzle?
Yeah, during COVID, puzzles were big for me, and I it's funny because I'm watching a stupid comedy on Netflix right now, and they keep doing puzzles, and I'm like, "Maybe I should bring back puzzles."
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I did a puzzle, but my mom got me one for Christmas so that I would calm down and just like do something meditative. And it's going to take me forever, I think, to do it.
Oh, is it it's a hard one? It's a is it 1,000 pieces?
It's 1,000 pieces, and if you saw the picture on the box, you would laugh because it's basically I know why she bought it. It's a cabin in the winter in the woods with a bunch of birds in in the snow. So she bought that. She's like, "Well, here, this is the life you want." So,
It's your soul captured in a puzzle.
yeah, so I'm gonna glue that shit together and hang it up on the wall when it's done. But
I love
but
it.
I
But
can't
does
work
that
in
mean
my
that a lot
office.
of that the background is white if it's a snowy
There's a
backdrop?
lot of white and pink and bird feathers and like, yeah, there's a lot of snow. So and it is actually very zen, but the frustrating part is I'll sit down and be like, I'm gonna do half an hour of a puzzle tonight. And then I look at the clock and it's 9
Yeah.
PM. Like it's hours just pass.
But that is so like, I think our nervous systems need that so much,
Yeah.
that, like, that losing time because that's so good. It just, like, soothes all we just live in the most stressful world ever, so we need
Yeah, we kind of do. And on Boxing Day, you know that masterclass? Have you ever heard of masterclass?
Yeah,
So on Boxing Day, I got an email that said they're having this massive half price Boxing Day sale. So I actually bought it. I've been wanting to buy it since the pandemic, but I was scared to spend money during the pandemic. And now I'm like, whatever.
yeah.
So I bought Masterclass and now I sit in my office all evenings doing 2 hours worth of puzzles and listening to masterclasses. And it's kind of nice. Like the
Oh,
RuPaul one, RuPaul Masterclass is fantastic.
what is it even about?
It's actually about your identity and claiming your identity and stuff. It's really good. People would think it's about being a drag queen, but it's
I was
actually
I
not.
was like, "Christy, why are you listening to a masterclass
No,
about being a drag queen?"
it's not, but I'm actually fascinated by drag queens. I wanna know if a drag queen did my makeup and it did a makeover, what it would be like.
So my best friend grew like I we grew up together.
Yeah.
But not sorry, not the one I'm married to. Switching
Yeah,
gears.
another one.
The one who does my hair, he was in the drag circuit for a long time, but he has since decided that what he does is female impersonation, which is quite different from being a drag queen because like the makeup you put on looks like real human makeup. As opposed
Okay.
to like drag queens tend to sort of like draw their eyebrows higher and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He looks like a very convincing woman. In fact, we would sometimes go for Halloween to Vegas and guys would hit on him and then be like completely startled to discover that he was a man. Like
Fascinating.
he was dressed as Lucille Ball one year and like everyone kept hitting on him and I was like, this is so entertaining.
No, that's so fascinating. I don't know. My life is so dull compared to drag queens.
I think that that's probably a rule. Like across the board, we can all agree with that statement.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I'm sad that I never went to any drag clubs back in the day when I actually wanted to go out to things. My son and all his friends used to go to this one here called Twisted, and from what I've heard about drag clubs and drag shows is that they're so fun and so inclusive and so everything is just great. And I regret not going all the times that he said, "Mom, let's go to the drag club. Like, come with us." And I never went.
Okay, so whenever we all get together for our Substack get together, because that is going to happen, we're
It'll
going to go
happen.
somewhere where there will be a drag brunch or something, and
Yeah.
we're going to go do that.
I would be totally down for that. I really feel like I've missed out by not seeing a drag show.
Yeah, you will love it. It is because
Yeah.
there's just this like it's just like being embraced in a hug. There's so
Yeah.
much love in these spaces. I went to one in New Orleans in October, and 82-year-old mom had never ever been to one before, and she was just delighted. She like giggled throughout the whole entire thing. But there was a couple that had just gotten married and then come to brunch after and to watch the show. And the host made the husband get up and do like a provocative dance.
Mm.
And everyone in the whole restaurant like threw so much money at him, and he was so shy when he sat down. He
Really?
didn't even pick up his money. So I like at one point I stood up and I was like, I'm collecting this for you because you guys just got married, and you so I like brought him just like handfuls of cash. It was
Aw,
just it's so feel good, you know. Oh
that's so great. Honestly, like, that's what I've heard about it, and antisocial me, I wish that I had gone back in the day. But, yeah, I think that has to be a bucket list item for, like, Substackers. They
yeah,
need
and
to.
much of the audience consists of straight women. That is that is absolutely true.
That's what I've heard too. That's what I've heard too.
Everyone's so nice
And
to each other. It's one of those rare instances where, like, we're all just, like, one, and that's
yeah,
rare.
well, and, if you listen to people like RuPaul talk about drag and why he got into it, like, it's so enlightening. I think people think that drag drag queens are just showboating, and that's not what it is. Like, that's a whole nother topic for we could talk about that forever, but it's about who you feel like you can become when you're in drag, you know? It's
Yeah.
really nice. It's beautiful, actually.
Yeah, yeah, and it's been fun to watch my friend through his evolution where he was, like, kind of performing drag and then decided he was gonna do female impersonation because now he is one character and he is always that character.
Yeah,
So he has become known. There are people who know his character, but they don't know him out
yeah,
of out of costume,
yeah,
and it's just a you'll love it. You will love it. We're definitely
yeah,
doing it.
yeah, we're definitely doing it. I think we should have our link up in New Orleans, to be honest. Why
I have
why why
no
wouldn't we do
objection. I
that?
would go there. My novel takes place in New Orleans, at least part of it, and so every time I go, I'm like, "This is research."
And then you can write off the trip. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, I would love to experience New Orleans now that I don't drink too, because I think it would be wildly different for me with inhibitions and not inhibitions. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, definitely pride fests. You can be more open than in everyday life for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I used to live in, West Hollywood, so the
yeah.
celebrations there, I mean, that was what I did when I went out, was go to Boys Town, and it was
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we have pride stuff here too, but I live so far on the outskirts. I never go into the city ever to do anything. My son used to go to the pride parades and stuff too, though, because he was very supportive he was so inclusive of literally anyone.
Yeah.
So I used to see his pictures and videos and stuff, but I've never been.
I've never met a Canadian that wasn't just like a big old love. My neighbors down here are and they're not here right now. They just come down as snowbirds and whatnot.
Yeah,
But I seriously, it's impossible to find a Canadian that isn't just like so nice.
it's true. I mean, our prime minister is kind of a tool, but I mean, that's politics. What city are you in? Palm
I'm
Springs?
in Palm Desert, which is like
Okay.
30 minutes from Palm Springs for those people that don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that tracks. My aunt and uncle used to live in Palm Springs until Trump was elected and they closed their business and moved back home. But my mom went to Palm Springs last year to help them pack up and everything. And she said when they were going to the bars and everything, like the live bands were playing the Canadian anthem and like everybody was being so nice to the Canadians. So
Mhm. Yeah,
it's
because we
awesome.
don't want you. We want you as allies. Like, we
I
don't
know.
want someone else to speak for us and tell you otherwise, you know?
It's true. 99% of my clients through work are American too. And like, you all are just normal people. I just don't understand the way that your country is going because you're so normal. Like, how is this even happening?
I know.
You know,
I know.
you're
We
also normal.
apparently there's a spontaneous protest on Sunday, so I'm getting my sign making stuff out.
Wow, good for you. Good for you. I was watching our news last night and not to get political, but I saw what happened in Minneapolis.
Mhm.
Like, I sat here with my jaw on the floor. Like, I can't even, was like, what is even happening? I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I don't
really hard to
understand.
watch the news or stay plugged in, but I also don't feel like I can turn away. It's too
Yeah.
serious. It's not like it was even the first administration, the first time he was elected, I still just sort of was like, "Fingers in my
Yeah.
ears. I'm not
Yeah.
listening." But I can't do that anymore. So,
Yeah, and I think if you're there and you have to be there because you are American, yeah, it's you can't really turn it off. And for us, when it makes our Canadian news, it's big. Like the Minneapolis thing, I saw it 2 days ago, and then I saw another update last night, and I'm listening to what people are saying about it, including Trump's administration. I just am in disbelief. Disbelief.
yeah. I feel like everybody on this call and you and what I know of you is like we are inclusive, we are people, and it feels
Yeah,
like that's so far from
yeah,
what is happening in the moment, you know?
yeah. And it's sad for me because I have a lot of people in America that I wanna meet. I would love to come and meet you
Yes,
guys, like you and Dre and
yes.
Andrea. Karen Michaels on Substack of Social
She's
Butterfly
the blue
Buzz.
butterfly, right?
Yeah, and she
Yeah,
lives in Las Vegas, and her and I are like besties. We chat a lot, on Zoom, and I wanna go see her, but when you see shit like what's going
yeah,
on down there, I'm like, it's scary to me.
yeah, don't come here right now. We will come to you or we can all go to Jamaica or something like that,
Or
and then
yeah,
yeah.
something.
Let's wait. We can y'all could come here later
Just not now.
in 2028, not
Yeah,
now.
and for sure, ICE would shoot me because in my phone, have text messages about how stupid they are. So, like, for sure, I'm getting shot by ICE. So,
I don't
or
mean to
I'm just
laugh. I'm sorry. I'm not. I
I
am
know,
laughing,
I
and I'm not.
know,
It's not funny. But that was you saying that was funny. Yeah,
I know, and like in the beginning, and when Trump got elected this time, and like a Canadian lady was detained, I'm like, no,
I
I'm not
know for like
coming.
a month or something, right? It was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and she's
Oh,
just a
you do
regular.
not have to twist my arm to come to Jamaica at all,
Yeah,
even a little.
Deanna, for sure. I think that it should happen there because it would be a really massive reunion for me. Although I mean, what's going on in Jamaica right now, it would be hard for me to see because the
Yeah.
hurricane wiped it out, right?
Yeah, I know. It makes me. I feel like everything great. We're all just like sad all the time.
I I know. It's a lot. It's a
It is.
lot.
So this is why you listening to masterclass and doing puzzles is like so necessary. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
you have to laugh to keep from crying. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you for
it's
excusing
true.
my
Thanks
laughter.
for filling in that gap for us.
Yeah, that is exactly how I react to inappropriate situations is by laughing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Deanna, you say you're ready. So when we actually make the plan to come to Jamaica as a group, we will leave you. You'll be our ground crew. You'll be in charge on the ground coordinating. How
Yeah.
about
Yeah, I
that?
feel like the 2 of you can put your heads together and, like,
Yeah.
create a proposed itinerary, and the rest of us
Oh,
will
yeah.
just
Yeah.
show up with bells on.
Yeah, that would be super fun, I think. We should do it. I've been talking about it for long enough.
And everyone like, people seem interested. "Brandon, will you come?" I know Brandon was like, "Can it be a little more local?"
Brandon has to come because between you and him, you've got kitchen stuff on lockdown, basically.
Exactly.
My
Andrea,
biggest dream.
also a very good cook, so
Yeah.
it'll be an honor and pleasure. Yay! I love
And
it.
I bet you Deanna's husband is an amazing cook too, because I've never met a Jamaican man who can't cook. That was hands down my best experience there was being embraced by all the Jamaican men who wanted to cook for me. I never had to
Wh
cook a day in my life there.
what a gift, my
It
god.
is. It truly is. You don't
I'll
have to
come with
cook.
nothing but my apron.
Do it. And we'll go live.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love this
Yeah.
plan. This is great.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, we totally got off track, which is fine, pivoting and all the stuff. But was there anything else that you wanted to add? I think give us your best pitch for your novel writing and your new publication.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I have a very small, following on Magic and Mocktails, I think mostly because it just sat there neglected, for most of last year, but I did publish an essay this morning that I found hilarious while I was writing it. I was laughing so hard at myself
Yourself, I love that.
and realizing that like no one else, like maybe no one else is gonna think it's funny, but I found it absolutely hilarious. And it's specific to the fact that I keep picking up this Kleenex and dabbing at my nose. You will just you will discover in the piece why that is. I guess it's a nervous reaction to peopling. Who knows?
Yeah,
My nose turns into Niagara Falls. It's great. It's good
yeah.
time.
Interesting.
10
I
out of 10.
actually was That's so funny. I was WhatsApping with Deanna in Jamaica this morning, and we were talking about how the holidays were, and I was like, "Yeah, it was a lot of peopling," and so, like, I had to retreat inward after the holidays because it's a lot of peopling.
Yeah, the whole piece is be about the struggle of being an introvert who loves people. Like I really do.
Yeah,
Quality time is my thing. That's my love
yeah,
language. But also I don't really like people very much. So those things are sort of in conflict, you know?
yeah. It's takes a lot out of you. I meet with clients several days a week on Zoom, and by the end of the day, I'm ready to just shut everything off. But I do, like you, I love people. Like, I love talking to my clients and working with them. But when a time comes, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for inviting me to do this live because I don't know if you were privy to my resistance when they first started like pushing lives and they're going to do more video. And I
No.
was just like, fuck this. It's going to turn it
Yeah,
into Instagram. Instagram was the bane
yeah.
of resistance. And so I have resisted hard. And then it was Brandon who actually,
Pop your cherry.
popped my cherry. And after that, I was like, whoa, this is so much fun because I would have
Yes,
coffee chats with all of you people in private, but we can also do it as a lot. I mean, there are 60 people here. That is
that's really
absolutely
big, actually. That,
yeah.
like,
You guys are
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you. And I
Welcome.
noticed a little bit of an algorithmic bump after going live with Brandon. So I was like, if I'm gonna have these conversations anyway, and I don't have to prepare for them, that's the thing. The
Yeah,
perfectionist in me, when I did podcasts, I would prepare for a month. I mean, so many hours went into that. And like
yeah.
I don't have to do that on a live. I can just
I
show up.
think that that's why people resist doing this because they think that's how it has to be. And then, like, for me as well, when I turn on a live with Brandon, sometimes he does like Mad Libs at nights sometimes. And
Yeah.
I've jumped on and like he's legit. I don't, Brandon, you are the most disarming person I've ever chatted with because you are so far from perfection in your lives that it makes it feel so approachable to anyone, you
So
know?
comfortable, yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was. There was nothing, like,
Yeah.
pretentious or planned, and, like, after an hour, he was like, "Well, the hour's over," and I was like, "Wow," it had just totally flown by,
Yeah,
so,
I mean, we're hitting 1 hour here too. Like,
yeah.
it's so easy to just get on and chat, and it blows my mind that people wanna sit and watch strangers chat, and I love
Me
it.
me too. So, again, thank you to all of you listening to
Yeah,
us chatting
yeah,
about whatever right now.
and thank you for saying yes, Jenny. I know I love chatting with you online, but we've never done it live like this, and it's been a while since we chatted. So, thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
definitely. Is the podcast still going? Is it on hiatus? What's going on with that?
I think we're hiatusing. We stopped for a few weeks in November/December because I got really, really sick, and then Christmas happened, and we've just not come back to it. I know Dre is really kind of scrambling to find work and stuff like that too. So life gets in the way, and it really messes with creativity.
Well, and I mean, I don't know what kind of prep goes into your podcasts, but the amount of time that I invested, there was no ROI in terms of like the energetic
Yeah,
investment for me.
yeah,
And I did it for like 3 years, and I was just so burnt when I finally stopped.
yeah,
I suspect you guys are less like. Dre would sort of laugh at me before a sis workshop because I would be like, I spent 10 hours prepping these slides. And she was like, I rolled out of bed, spent about 10 minutes.
yeah. No, we definitely didn't put that much effort into it, and that was kind of the point. We didn't want to be overproduced, and yeah, that was kind of the point of it. But I think that just life got in the way for both of us. It was holidays and sickness. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure my sickness that I had, I'm pretty sure it must have been COVID again because haven't felt that way since I had COVID.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's just, and then I was launching a thing and she's kind of scrambling on LinkedIn now to connect with in the business world. So I have no doubt we'll come back. We just need to find our footing again.
Absolutely. Again, I think people have this notion that we're supposed to like launch out of the gate on January 1st, and I keep seeing all these posts that are like, "Guys, it's still winter. It's okay. Like we can ease into
Yeah.
2026." And
Yeah.
I think that's an important, because I really do like to align my life with the cycles of nature, because I know that that's
Yeah.
something that's been really lost over time, and that this is an absolutely correct sentiment that like easing in is exactly what we need to be doing right now.
100%. Yeah, and especially wintering. I don't know what it's like where you are in winter, but for us, wintering is a real thing.
Oh, for sure.
Because by the time I'm finished working at 4:30 and I look out my window and it's dark and I still have to walk the dog and, so it's hard. Winter is hard in Canada. It's just so dark all the time.
I mean, it's dark at 4:30 here too, but, like, cold and, like,
Yeah.
moisture. If it like I said, if it's raining or if it's even just threatening to rain, I don't even wanna go outside, so I can't
Yeah.
imagine having to walk the dog. Like, you do not have a choice, you have to go
Yeah.
out. Does your dog likes snow though, right?
She's a beast. Like, she's a 95 pounds, like, sheds a whole new dog every day dog. So she was born for winter, and she loves it. We'll go outside and she'll roll in -35. She loves it.
I can't see who is leaving these. Oh, let's get unstuck. It takes podcast is a lot. Yeah, okay.
It is a
I
lot.
listen, for those people who it fills their cup, oh my god, I love you. I mean, I listen to
Yeah.
podcasts,
Yeah,
but for
yeah.
me, it was just kind of draining my cup, so, yeah.
Yeah.
That was another pivot. Speaking of, let's bring it full circle. Let's come back to pivots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have no doubt that we'll go live again together in the future because like you said, we could talk all day.
Definitely.
But I do have a Zoom call in half an hour, so I have to go.
Totally. Yeah. You
But
have to
yeah.
go prep, you have to go get cozier in your cozy pants.
I mean, no, this isn't work related or anything, but it's just yeah, I don't have to do anything to prep. This is the most ready I'm gonna be today. I put on powder.
I love this for you.
I know. So yeah, this was awesome. And thank you to 66 people who did jump in here. That's significant. Thank you guys. That's awesome.
Seriously. Yeah, this has been a blast, Kristi. Thank you for inviting me, and we will definitely do
No
it again.
problem.
And let's all meet in Jamaica, guys.
Let's
Please.
do it. Okay, Deanna, we're writing this down. All right. Well, have a good rest of your Friday and a fantastic weekend.
Thank you. You as well. I will talk to you
Okay.
soon.
Okay. See you guys
Bye,
later.
everybody.